When we hear about war, we usually think about military bases, fighter jets, missile launches, and soldiers on the battlefield. But sometimes the biggest victims, they are neither soldiers nor the politicians, they are the ordinary civilians. They are families, they are children. And that's exactly what has now become the center of fresh controversy in the ongoing US-Iran conflict. Ladies and gentlemen, Iran has accused the United States of carrying out airstrikes that affected Shahid Baghaei Hospital, including a department where children undergoing cancer treatment were receiving chemotherapy. According to Iranian officials, the incident focused the evacuation of hundreds of patients and caused panic among children and their families. Iran's foreign minister, he strongly condemned the attack, describing it as a serious violation of humanitarian principles. Now, these claims have come from Iranian officials and have not been independently verified, which is very important to note here. Iranian Foreign Ministry spokesperson Ismail Baghaei, he described the whole incident as a barbaric attack and compared it to the previous attack on healthcare facilities during regional conflict. In a statement shared on social media, he claimed that 211 patients receiving chemotherapy had to be evacuated because of the strike. He also alleged that children battling cancer had been forced to leave the hospital during the emergency. These statements reflect Iran's official position, but independent verification remains unavailable. And at the very same time, reports from inside Iran suggest that explosions were heard across several locations, including Bandar Abbas, Chebar, in fact, Qasem Island, and Khorramabad. Now, as military operations intensified here, Iranian officials also claimed that dozens of people had been killed and hundreds injured in the latest wave of strike. These casualty figures have not been independently confirmed though. The US has presented a very different account here. According to the US Central Command, the military operation targeted Iranian military capabilities that Washington says were being used to threaten the commercial shipping in the Strait of Hormuz. US officials stated that the objective was to weaken Iran's ability to disrupt one of the world's most important maritime trade route. US military has not confirmed Iran's allegation regarding the reported impact on the hospital. In the meantime, Iran says that it has responded by targeting American military assets in the Gulf. The IRGC claimed that it has launched attack against the US Fifth Fleet in Bahrain and also announced that it had intercepted and destroyed an American MQ-9 surveillance drone using one of the air defense systems. Well, these are Iranian claims and not confirmed by the US. But yes, despite these fresh military exchanges, diplomacy has not completely stopped. Iranian officials say the talks between Washington and Tehran have not formally ended, but they have warned that future negotiations will depend whether previous understandings are respected. According to Iran's top negotiator, agreements only have meaning if both the ends continue to honor the commitment. And that's exactly why the current situation remains so unpredictable. On one side, military operations continue. On the other, diplomatic channels remain open. Now, whether the coming days bring more negotiations or more escalation is something the world is watching very, very closely.